Ну, все прогрузили. Да, все. Так, это мы закрываем тогда. Ой. Громко. Так. Что у нас тут? У нас тут есть наверх.
The top half of the statue depicts a big-mouthed creature calling out. It's the ruins of an old, dense jungle.
Так. Есть дырка. Что в дырке?
It's a deep hole, more like a crevice actually, caused by some kind of seismic activity. God, it must be at least 50 meters down. The crevice widens out into a huge cave just below, and there's water at the bottom.
Окей, там есть вода, отлично. Значит, нам туда. Наверное. Не знаю. Веревку уже я взял. Просто дерево очень удобно стоит рядом с этим, как его, с дырой.
Big nests, once housing the elation, but now empty and in disrepair.
Так, тут есть гнезда, окей. Чё, это веревка.
It's the remains of a stone structure that probably fell down here through the crevice. There's a piece amongst the rubble that looks like a bolt or a key. It's intact.
Ну так забирай, если интакт. Смотрим поближе.
It's a kind of stone key carved into the uncanny likeness of a key, with a head on the end.
Окей.
That's a Miram city.
Понимаю, все, что нам здесь было нужно, это этот ключ. Скорее всего. Так, окей.
The bottom half of the statue depicts a large-eared creature listening intently.
А я могу? На статую нет. Так, там вроде еще что-то было на пляж.
I could get lost if I just wander off.
Угу. На пляж мы не пойдем. Через арку. Что у нас через арку? Большой краб через арку. Деревня, видимо, крабов и статуя.
It's some kind of giant. Sounds like the poor thing's in a lot of pain. Yeah, the shell does look way too tight. Maybe he's outgrown it, but can't shed it. Or whatever it's called.
Так, но у нас пока нет ничего,
It's
чем
the
мы
village
можем
of
ему
the giant
помочь.
crabs.
Может, там есть? Так, статуя.
Bottom part of the statue depicts a creature with large ears listening.
Угу.
It's a creature with large ears. It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole.
Like a keyhole, окей. Что это делает?
It's a creature with a big mouth. The top half of the statue depicts a creature with a big fireplace.
Непонятно. Ну, то есть понятно, что надо как-то размотать эту статую. Есть середина, есть вершина.
Bottom part of the statue depicts a creature with large ears. The top half of the statue depicts a creature with a
Ну,
big mouth
понятно.
calling out.
Ничего не вижу, ничего не слышу.
It's a creature with large ears.
Так, сейчас если я поверну на один. Угу. Повернуться это фигня. Так, а так ничего не поворачивается.
Bottom part of the statue depicts a creature with large.
Понятно.
It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole.
Так, если... Так, я могу еще куда-то пойти? Вот вопрос с этим ключом. На утес. С крабом поговорить можно?
I'll just take a shot here and ask you. Is there any chance you speak like a real language, like, Arcadian or English? Okay. Now, is there some kind of magic I have to learn or potion I have to drink or eat or ingest in some way to learn your language? Because that's usually how it goes. No? Too bad, although I'm glad I don't have to draw blood or swallow a stone or something.
Откуда ты поняла, что это нет?
Can't help but feel that you're asking me for help, though. It's the strangest thing. After all, you're just clicking your claws, aren't you? It's not as if you're really talking, is it?
Так, а может я могу каким-нибудь зельем ему помочь? У меня есть зелье легкости. Нет. Зелье невидимости. Вряд ли. У меня от всех денег осталась одна монетка. Вы чё? Ебанулись. Где все мои деньги? Да, я могу
I could
пойти.
get lost if I just want.
Эй, брал быстрее. Ага, тут тоже есть такая фигня. Что она делает, непонятно.
It's a triangular hole, like a
Да-да-да.
keyhole.
М. М. Нет ощущения, что тут что-то еще
The bottom half
есть.
of this jungle. It's the ruins of an old city.
Там вот есть вулкан. Я могу к вулкану как-то попасть? Если я туда пойду, мне не поменяет перспективу?
I could get lost if I just wanted. Debris from another cat.
Непонятно. Может, туда можно что-нибудь? Вот здесь есть что-нибудь. Походу нету. Ладно. Тут слева пусто. Тут только статуя. Что мне делать с этой только статуей? Деревня. Кот, мать твою. Чук. Так, только статуя, только статуя. Обломки. Ощущение, что туда можно пройти. Меня не пускают. Руины.
It's the ruins of an old city.
Ну, это мы поняли. Руины старого города.
It's a tiny tree.
Так, Тайни 3 это вот это, которое мы уже тут вскрыли, скажем так.
I could get lost if I just wander off into the jungle. Lost if I just wander off into the jungle with no idea what the island looks like or where I'm heading.
Смотри, нам явно нужно что-то это прощелкать, но я не пойму, что.
It's a big statue.
Да-да-да.
Clear, unbelievable.
Это просто джунгли. И ладно, чтобы не тупить. Сейчас. Какая у нас глава 8? Непонятно. Что делать-то? Ой. Это окно. Может, ворона нам что-нибудь скажет умное. В конце концов, мы его не видели 2 головы.
April! You're alive! You're here! You're soaking wet! Where did you go? I thought you drowned. I was completely miserable. And the chicks on this island are so prissy. They don't even care for a kiss unless you're all settled down with a nest in your own territory.
Мне вот интересно, Ворон хоть раз разговаривал действительно с какими-нибудь птичками?
I had a little adventure under the sea.
Oh? I didn't know humans had gills.
We don't. Well, I do, I think. At least I can breathe underwater now.
Cool. Not as cool as being able to fly, of course, but still. Hey, does that mean you're a mermaid?
Hardly. I don't have a tail. What did you do after I saw you last?
Well, it took a while, but I found land. Not this island, just a rock with a couple of trees, basically. But when I went back to tell you, you disappeared. I thought you'd gone bonkers from thirst and hunger and drowned yourself or something, so I decided I'd better find solid ground myself or I'd suffer the same fate. And then I found this place. Nice, isn't it? And the best part is, there are no hunters. Only a bunch of big crabs on the east side of the island and a volcano.
Угу.
Glad to see you haven't lost the gift of the gab crow.
Lady, you have no idea how limited bird Twitter can be. It's all, hi this and here I am that, all damn day long. I haven't had a decent
Причем тут
conversation
деньги,
in
переводчики?
days.
Well, you're making up for it now.
I never know when you're gonna go AWOL on me again.
I'm gonna walk around for a bit, Crow.
I'll just stay here and preen myself, thank you very much.
Не-не-не, ты не посидишь.
What can you tell me about the island, Crow?
Only
Карту
what
мне
I've been able to
нарисуй.
see from above. There's a volcano, dead I think, and lots of jungle, and some nice beaches.
I'd like to explore the jungle, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get lost. Any ideas?
Well, I could stay airborne and keep track of where you are. That way I could direct you if... Sorry, when you get lost.
Sounds like a super plan, Crow.
Let's go.
Господи, иногда добавляют какую-то отсебятину в текст, а иногда что-то как-то теряют прикольную шутку. Мгм. Ой, кажется, вулкан-то не потухший.
The rumbling is much fiercer here, and the ground is really shaking. It's definitely seismic. It has got to be emanating from this volcanic mountain. I mean, it looks dead, but it must be about to wake up or erupt or something. Great! After surviving a shipwreck, being kidnapped by fishes, and learning to breathe in water, I'm about to die in a volcanic eruption? Isn't that ironic?
Ну да, так-то иронично. Я хотел, чтобы ты просто посмотрела, а не залезала. Так,
What a
отверстие.
strange symbol. It's a keyhole.
Кихол, окей. Для этого кихола у нас есть ки.
It's a small, eye-sized aperture with a crystal in it, like a lens. Maybe some kind of telescope? What a strange symbol. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city.
Ай. Так. Руины. Вот, соответственно, вот такая вот стрелка. Теперь провернем.
I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea.
Скала. Вот такой символ.
I don't see anything interesting.
Не вижу ничего интересного.
I don't see anything interesting.
Сколько вообще всего положений?
I don't see anything interesting.
5.
It's a statue just below a really tall tree.
Дерево. Супермен.
I don't see anything interesting. What a strange symbol. Somebody's looking back at me. Oh, wait. It's just my eye. The lens is turned into a mirror.
Окей. Пу-пу-пу-пу-пу.
I don't see anything interesting.
Это я вроде уже видел, да? Да, ключ мы заберем. Символы срисовали. Что там, большое
One mother of
дерево.
a tree. It's got to be at least 100 meters tall. And what's that in the tree crown? It looks like a man-made construction.
Угу. Надо сходить посмотреть.
That's a huge...
А как мне сходить посмотреть? Через карту? Да.
Dried twigs and sticks. The bottom half of the statue depicts a creature listening. Dried twigs and sticks.
Угу. 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 Ой. Здрасте.
Who's there?
Shut up.
I know there's somebody there. I heard you.
Is she gone?
Nope, she's still around.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
If you won't come out, I'll just sit down here and wait. Sooner or later, you'll have to show yourself.
Solar eclipse!
Oh my god!
Ah!
I hate this place. I so hate it, I can't even sit down without crushing the natives.
Big person alert!
What
Oh.
are you?
What does it look like?
A talking twig?
We're stickmen. And you're an accident waiting to happen with your large, ungainly body and waddly legs.
Ты только что назвал меня жирной.
What's a stick man?
An unlucky bugger doomed to a miserable life of stiff backs and monotonous drudgery in the shadow of a mother tree.
Happy little fella, ain't ya?
You have no idea.
So,
Я
you
вот,
guys are stickmen.
я вот не
That's
понимаю
right.
этих
I'm Wick.
реплик,
This is
которые
Earl,
подтверждают
and
только
that
то, что
dumb-looking one
сказали
over
до
there is
этого.
Woody. And this is our mother tree.
Что
What's
за
a mother tree?
материнское дерево?
What do you mean, what's a mother tree? It's a mother tree. How difficult can it be? It's our mother, and it's a tree. It's a mother tree.
Окей, пока звучит
What do
логично.
stickmen do?
What do we do? What do we do? What do you mean, what do we do?
Well, the people in this world always do something. Like the Banda dug tunnels in the earth. The Miram killed Snapjaw and covered their houses
Киляют.
with tan yen. You
Господи.
gotta do something.
Киляют.
Hey,
А.
it ain't easy being a stick, let me tell you. You got your stiff back and limbs, your fear of fire and water, your 300 years of miserable boredom, and then you have to get planted and raise a family. It ain't easy.
So, you're not doing anything worthwhile then.
Lady, I'm miserable. I'm grumpy, and I got a headache. What do you want from me?
Where do the Elation live?
The elation? The guys with wings? Up in the volcano.
В
There's an old
вулкане.
city in there.
Что-то не очень хорошее место для жизни. Вулкан-то.
How do I get into the volcano?
You don't. The road collapsed a few centuries ago, and when traders come, the elation fly down to meet them. Nobody goes up there anymore.
А можно им как-то сообщить, что
What's
внизу?
that constant rumbling noise?
Lady, you have no idea what we have to endure. All day, all night, that noise is just murder. It all started when Quaman, the quiet giant, would you believe that's what we used to call him, was banished by the Orowal from his perfect fishing place to some remote place in the forest.
Whoa, information overload. Let's step back for a minute to fill in the details.
Да, что за тихий
Who's
великан?
Quaman, the quiet giant?
He's the scariest human we've ever seen. He stands tall as a mountain and uses whole trees for toothpicks. But he was the quiet type and reasonably gentle for a human. He'd spend his days out by the Orowal village, catching fish and frying fish and eating fish, and looking out across the ocean dreaming about loose women or whatnot.
What happened to get the quiet giant banished from that place?
The Orowal got scared when he accidentally stepped on one of their young ones. He didn't do any real harm, but they banished him from their village nonetheless, and told him to go far into the forest.
Who are the
такие?
Orowal?
They're the crab-like
Uh-huh,
creatures who live
okay.
down by the sea. They're nice people, if a little crabby, and it's hard to understand what they're saying half the time.
Where's Quaman now?
Somewhere in the forest east of here, we don't know where exactly. He went there to get as far away from the Orowal as possible.
So what does all this have to do with the rumbling noise?
Oh, I was getting to that. If you just let me get a word in edgewise.
Да, угадал, он
I
храпит.
just had some questions is all.
Anyway, Quaman is the brooding type. And he takes everything so to heart, he got instantly depressed and went to sleep.
And what is he doing now?
Still sleeping. That's the problem.
But how long ago was it that the Orowal banished him?
The last full moon, nearly 30 sunsets passed.
He's been sleeping for a month?
He was depressed. What do you want, lady? Once I got so miserable I slept for 8 years. And let me tell you, those 8 years were the
Эх,
happiest
вот бы
of
в
my
жизни так
life.
же работало. Расстроился, чем ты и поспишь.
How can you sleep for 8 years?
With these morons around? I'm not even going to answer that question.
I still don't understand what this has to do with the rumbling noise.
See that statue over there?
Sure. What's up with that?
Back when the Dalmari lived on this island ages ago, they put these statues up all around the island so that they could speak with each other.
You're kidding. So they're like telephones?
Tell her what? I don't know what that is. The thing is, these statues are all connected through magic, And when you speak into one, your voice flies through the air and comes out of another statue.
But I still don't understand...
You saw the big head up by the mountain?
Yes?
That's the one they use to talk to everyone on the island, to warn people of storms or to hold evening prayer. It's connected to the statues as well. And Quaman is sleeping right next to a
ну понятно,
statue's
эхом
ear.
отдается его храп.
I get it. Resonance. He's snoring and the deep bass reverberating through the loudspeaker, the big head, causes a resonance that vibrates the entire island. But can't you just wake him up?
We don't know where he is. We're not much for exploring this forest. There's water and fire and monkeys.
Что за
Monkeys like
обезьяна?
to play with sticks. We don't like monkeys.
But can't you just, well, send your voice to his statue to wake him up?
There are 4 problems with that. Number 1, all the statues have an assigned symbol, an identifying mark, but we don't know which his is. Second, most of the statues are broken in some way or another.
What do you mean?
Some statues can only talk to certain other statues. Some can't be spoken to, and some can't hear, which makes it very difficult to get a connection through to where you want to send your voice. Number 3, in order to use the statues, you need a key.
Ключ
We
мы
don't
нашли.
have it. We don't know where it is.
And number 4?
We're stickmen, lady. What do you think? We don't know much about magic or magical devices. And
And what?
we're not too smart, okay? There, I said it. We're not too smart. And when you look at Woody over there, who's pretty stupid by stickman standards, that's a pretty scary thought.
Sorry I asked.
Так, ну понятно. Нам надо навести статуи друг на друга и позвонить. Ухо. Ага, залезть на дерево. Что отсюда видно? Арбалет.
It's a big wooden crossbow, I guess.
Так, арбалет.
If I could somehow get across to that path on the other side, I'd probably be able to make my way into the Elation village.
По идее, арбалет надо зарядить какой-нибудь веревкой и перебраться. Слышь, палочника зовут Палыч.
Who built that big crossbow in the tree?
I did. Well, I thought of it. And these 2 nincompoops gave a helping twig on the, manual side.
So they built it, and you supervised.
Yep, but it's not done. There are still a few pieces missing before we can blast off for Luna.
Did you say blast off for Luna?
That's what I said, Luna.
As in the moon?
The same.
You intend to go to the moon using that thing?
Lunar cannon. And yes, that's the plan.
You guys are loonies!
If by loonies you mean visionaries, then yes, we are.
How come you're not working on your lunar cannon now?
Because of that infernal noise is why.
So, if the noise stops, you'll go back to work on your cannon?
That's the plan.
I'll see you guys
Okay.
later then.
If you don't step on us first.
Так, что у
It's
нас
a
тут?
creature with large ears.
Так, это дерево. Значится.
It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole.
М. Так, наверное, уши надо навести на текущее. Пусть вот так. Остальные 2 были на пляже ведь.
bottom part of the statue to
Да
be
ее
sure.
подножие мне нужно. Так, нет. Да, блять. Они же вращаются только так.
It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole.
Так. Что у нас тут? Пробуем вот так. А орать я мог, по-моему, только в статую, которая у подножия этого дерева, рядом с палочниками.
Hello? Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Угу. Сработало.
Who'll be there?
Hello, Quaman? I'm April Ryan.
And me be Quamon. But what you be doing up in the air, big woman?
Что? В каком воздухе?
Woman? Watch it, I don't... Oh, I see. It's just my voice that's big, Quaman. I'm really quite average, size-wise. Where are you, Quaman?
That be a secret. Quamon want to be left alone.
Окей.
Could you please stop snoring?
Quamon be snoring? No one ever tell Quamon he be snoring. But then Quamon always be sleeping by his lonesome. No woman like Quamon.
Don't say that about yourself, Quaman. I'm sure that... You know, it's kind of uncomfortable to be discussing this in a public like this.
Yes, everyone be hearing about Quamon now.
Do you want to talk about your problems?
Поиграем в психоаналитика.
What be the point?
I'm a good listener, and I'd like to be your friend. That'd be the point.
Quamon not sure if he want friend now.
Please let me be your friend.
Why? Well, Kwama be wanting to help, but
На.
okay. Kwame be your friend and talk to you. My secret place be in the ruins of the old temple by the wells. Follow the stream up from the rock beach and go right where it branches.
Thanks, Tom. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Окей, пошли.
Whoa, you are big. You're just about the biggest person I've ever met.
Kwaman be a freak. No one be liking him.
I didn't mean it that way. I just meant... April, you know just what to say, don't you? I'm sorry. I like tall guys. Really, I do.
You be the only one then, because no one else want anything to do with Kwaman.
Попускайся, поболтаем.
How did you come to be on this island?
That be a long story. Do you want Kwaman to be telling you?
Sure, I have time. Tell me the story.
Many long moons ago, Kwaman be happy. He be working at the circa in Khorasan, where he be big attraction.
What did you do?
Kwaman be the world's strongest man. He be popular. People come to see him from all the northlands.
Что
Some
потом случилось?
even from east of the Bay of Fire. But then there be an accident. And the circa tell Kwaman to leave, that he be dangerous, and that no one be
Видимо,
paying to
кто-то
see him
пострадал
anymore.
случайно.
What kind of accident?
Kwaman's most popular feat be the breaking of large rocks with his fist. Everyone would applaud when the rock be breaking. Then one day, the Caliph be at the circa to see the performers. He be saying, Kwaman, I hear of him breaking a large rock with his fist. This I want to see. But my performance be over that day, and there be no rock to break. So the circa ringmaster Obran, he be saying, let's get a rock in here, any big rock at all. So they bring in this rock that Kwaman never be crushing before. Kwaman not be sure if it is a
Видимо,
good idea,
осколком
because
прибило.
rock can be dangerous when Obran be saying, this you must do.
What happened?
There be large pieces of rock flying everywhere, and one piece be hitting Kwaman. Run, get away from the circa in Khorasan when the ship passed this island. Kwaman be jumping into sea and swimming ashore.
Решил сам в одиночество податься, значит.
Now he be here.
Окей, грустно немного.
What happened between you and the Orlowal?
Oh, Kwaman be so clumsy, so dangerous. He should not be among people. The Orlowal be kind. Letting Kwaman live, the
Наступил, он чуть не
Orlowal
раздавил.
tell Kwaman be sad because he
What do you
liked
eat now?
Kwaman fish in these wells here.
Сейчас, секунду.
Would you like to move back to the Orlowal village?
Oh yes, Kwaman be wishing that more than anything in the world.
I saw an Orlowal down by the beach, just outside the village. It seemed to be in pain, but I didn't know what to do. Perhaps if you come along, you can help him out, and get back in favor with the Orlowal people.
Yes, perhaps Kwaman can help, even if the Orlowal do not want him back.
Here it is, the, Orlowal? Can you help it?
Perhaps Kwaman can help. Poor Orlowal. He'd be crying for help. Quamon see what be wrong. The all-a-wall not shed its shell when time come, and now it be stuck in the shell.
Why didn't the other Orlawal come to its assistance?
Their claws be no good for this work. They be helpless. But Quamon help. Quamon be good with his hands. Quamon be happy. Quamon accept your graceful thanks, sir. Thank you. You be making Quamon very happy. Quamon accept your offer and be grateful to the all-a-wall people. Thank you very much.
What? What did he say? Why did
Но
you
при
thank him?
этом остался в панцире.
All-a-wall be inviting Quamon to stay on the cliff above the village, where he can fish again. Quamon be very, very happy now.
You understand what it's saying?
All-a-wall language be easy to understand. It be just click and clack and clock.
I'm so happy for you, Quamon. Go on. Don't let me hold you back.
Он такой вежливый на самом деле. Вежливый большой мужчина, прям мечта. С сильными руками. Был бы женщиной, остался бы с ним.
Hey, Quamon, how's the fish biting?
With its teeth, but not today.
Why's that?
Quamon be not certain. The fish always bite before.
И наживка-приманка.
What do you need to make a lure?
Quamon can make lure with just
You're a
anything.
Цветное не
real
Always
тонуло.
be
That was
something.
actually a compliment.
Oh,
Цветное
Happy
thank
fishing.
you.
и не тонуло. Цветное не тонуло. Подержи фантик.
Could this wrapper work as a lure?
Yes. Yes, with some work. It'd be perfect for a lure. Now Quamon can make one, and hopefully catch many fish.
Отлично, ты пока лови рыбу, а я пойду скажу ребятам, чтобы продолжали делать катапульту. Так, стоп, не сюда. Не сюда. Здорово, мужики.
How come you're not working?
Because of
But
that
Quamon has moved back to the Orlawal village.
Really? How the heck did that happen? Nah, I don't care. The important thing is we can work again. Thanks, lady.
Работать веточники, солнце еще высоко. Блин, я случайно тапнулся. А, где игра? Я потерял игру. Господи, как вы медленно идете на работу. В принципе, я вас прекрасно понимаю, но вы все равно идете так медленно. Все, вот. Вот. Все еще нет. Пу-пу-пу-пу-пу. Так, ну что, работаете? Чего вам не хватает? Работники месяца.
How's it going?
Almost there. Oh, one tiny little problem, though.
And that is?
We don't have a bowstring for our...
Тетива.
Propulsion drive mechanism, Wick.
What he said, yeah, we need a bowstring. Something strong and flexible and sinewy.
Like what?
I don't know, lady. I'm no engineer. I'm just a supervisor.
String made from animal guts would be perfect.
Yeah, but look at us. Do we look like the kind of stickmen who'd make good hunters? Do you see
Ну,
me?
короче, понятно, найду я вам леску. Так. Там же есть моя веревка. Могу ее забрать?
The rope should be able to hold my body weight.
Нет, скорее всего, я могу только спуститься по ней. Леска, леска, леска. Что, не ловил рыба? В смысле?
What's Quamman gonna be doing now?
Quamman be sitting here until the sun sets.
tomorrow?
Quamman be deciding that
Man, you
Quamman
got-
not be knowing anything about fine art. He be
Did my lure
It'd be
work?
working very good.
No.
This not be seafood. It be human food.
I'll see you later, Quamman.
So will I.
Я возьму твою
I don't
удочку.
figure I'll be needing the rod anytime.
М. Так, ну, мне кажется, что это как раз то, что нам нужно. Пу-пу-пу-пу-пу, леска. Дадим леску Палычу.
Can you use this as bowstring for your, lunar cannon?
Let me see that. Oh yeah, that gonna work good.
All right, listen up. I got us what we need. And now we finish.
Окей, заканчивайте.
It worked.
Of course it worked, you wood-brained fool. I built it.
Отлично. Вы это построили. Что теперь?
Are you done?
Yes, ma'am. The lunar
В
cannon
смысле
is
девка?
now
Он
ready to
меня
be
назвал.
tested.
Переводчики. Что за
Well?
фамильярности?
Well, what?
Are you gonna do it?
Do what?
Test the cannon.
Me? And get myself killed? I think not.
I don't think I'll
That
fit
ain't
in there.
my problem.
Окей. Чего-то не хватает, как будто. Веревку забрать можно. Окей. Пу-пу-ру-пу-ру-пу-пу. Ну тогда все очевидно. Да ёп. Наверное, окошко с игрой. Так. Поехали, гарпун.
I'll just place the hook along the bowstring, like so, and let the rope trail behind it. Okay, we're ready to fire.
Ну чё? Струляй.
Can I test the cannon?
Be my guest.
А на чё нажать-то? Во. Отлично. Ой, здрасте.
Can you help me across?
You are human, and we don't allow human strangers into our village. If you wish to trade, let us know where your ship is anchored, and we will send traders to you with our merchandise.
I don't have a ship, and I didn't come here to trade. I came to talk to your leaders.
I'm sorry, but we don't allow strangers into our village.
What's up this road?
The Elation village of Tamar.
Пункт назначения, грубо говоря.
Is there another way to get into the volcano?
No, this pass is the only way.
I'm sure there's a secret cave somewhere that leads into the volcano.
No, there isn't.
There's always a secret cave.
Not here.
Да блин, скучно.
Thank you.
Yes, but you must leave now.
Не-не-не, я не уйду. Так, что у нас?
There's a
Сквозняк.
slight updraft here.
Дует ветерок.
The wind is channeled through that chasm down there and blown out and up here.
Дует ветерок. У нас же еще скляночки остались. Наверное, нам стоит себя облегчить.
Oh, God, I think I'm gonna throw up. That was so not appetizing. Weirdest thing, though, I do feel lighter. Like I lost 90 pounds. I can't even imagine what people would pay for this stuff back home. Whoa, I'm not. I guess I still weigh too much to be carried on that slight updraft.
Окей. А так?
That's the last of it, unfortunately. Ah!
Хоп.
Ugh.
Ну чё?
You flew across the chasm. You don't have wings, but still, you fly like the elation.
Ща
Believe
тебя
me, I'm
вниз
as shocked
брошу.
as you are.
Are you the Windbringer?
What's the Windbringer?
It's a prophecy amongst my people.
Ну,
Of
конечно.
course, there's no escaping the prophecies.
Спасибо,
It's said
Эйприл.
that someone not of the elation shall come among us to float on the wind like an elation, to learn our stories, to bring the wind back to us, and to bring us into a new and happier age.
Is that all? You know, I'm starting to forget how simple my life used to be. Family, friends, grades, boys, no prophecies, nobody looking to me for salvation.
I don't understand, Windbringer. You should speak with our teller up in the city. She'll be wanting to see you, I'm sure. We've waited for the Windbringer for a very long time.
The teller? Thanks.
No, Windbringer, thank you.
Меня пустят. Ты что тут сидишь?
Hello.
Good day, stranger. What would you hear among the elation?
I need to speak with the teller.
The teller? Go down into the city and you will see the castle. The teller, she keeps to the tower.
Вот в этой
She's
башне.
old and her eyes don't take well
Или
to
в
the
какой-то
sun.
еще. Ну, спасибо, мужик.
Nature's reclaiming lost ground. The contrast between...
Ребенок. Надо забрать себе ребенка.
Hi there. What you doing?
Playing?
Yeah, what are you playing?
Nothing. My daddy's in the castle watch. He's allowed to sharpen his claws.
Really? My daddy owns a farm.
Yeah? Do you have animals there?
Sure. He has some cows and some horses and...
What's cows and horses?
Well, cows are big, brown, fat animals with 4 legs and white spots. And they go moo a lot.
And horses?
Horses are fun to be around. They run really fast and they can jump over tall fences and they look beautiful and graceful. But the best thing about horses is that you can ride them.
I can run fast, too. But I can't fly yet. My wings aren't fully formed. But when I grow up, I'll fly far away and see everything. I'll go see our horses.
That would be nice. My name's April. What's yours?
Saina, will you be my friend, April?
Of course, Saina, as long as you promise to be my friend.
I promise.
Yeah.
Do you know where the teller lives?
Over there in the castle tower. My daddy's watching the entrance so that only nice people can get in.
Do you think he'll let me in?
I don't know if you're nice, but you have to ask my daddy.
Естественно, не пустит.
Where are the other children in your village?
Oh, they're in school now.
And why aren't you in school?
Because I'm ahead of everyone else. I'm really smart, you know. I'm the only youngling to have learned the first tale this soon. So some days, I get to do what I want. It's a little boring, though. I wish I was in school, At least there I could sing and play and jump around with all the other children.
Why don't you go to school anyway?
Because they say I would just distract the other children who are still learning their first tales. It's not fair. I mean, I get to play by myself and everything, but that's not fun all day. And my mommy's working on her pottery at home, and she doesn't want me disturbing her because she might make a mistake. But the day after tomorrow, I get to go back to school, because then we're going to learn some more flying lessons. They're always a lot of fun, and I'm getting pretty good at that too.
I bet. I wish I had wings like you do.
Yes, they're very good to have when you fly.
Have fun, Saina.
Are you leaving?
Yes, I'm sorry, but there are some things I have to do.
Grown-ups are always too busy.
К сожалению, да. Ну, в данном случае мне мир просто спасать, так что не это. А, погодите, еще кто-то. Так, и других проходов нету.
Be careful, don't come too close. I'm almost done with this pot.
Sorry.
А, это
Are
мать
you here
как
to buy
раз...
pottery? I didn't think traders were allowed up here.
No, I came to speak with your teller.
Really? I didn't know the teller spoke with anyone from the outside. You must be a very special girl.
Supposedly. My name's April, by the way.
Nima is my name. Nima of Ta'ama. The only Elation village on Alace.
I like your pottery.
It's our craft. That and storytelling. But storytelling can't buy merchandise or food.
I know a lot of people who live by telling stories, although I guess that's kind of different.
They are lucky then. Not that I don't enjoy making pottery. It's good to feel the wet clay between my claws, to shape it into whatever I wish. It's almost like creating a new life. I think. I don't have a husband yet, so I haven't tried. Have you?
А, нет, они,
Do you
видимо,
have a
все
husband and
горшками
children?
занимаются.
Neither, thank God. I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
I was 18 turnings this spring. I'm ready for a husband, but I've yet to court anyone who could make me soar on the winds. I think the men of Ta'ama are dull and timid.
What about the guard on the road below the village? He's our age, isn't he?
Isam? He's quite pretty, and his wings are big, but I don't think he likes me. He never looks at me or talks to me.
That doesn't mean anything. He could just be shy.
Maybe you could talk to him, find out who he likes, but don't say I sent you.
Sure, I can do that.
Thank you,
Отлично.
April.
Налаживаем
Thank
личную
you,
жизнь.
Ma.
You're welcome, April.
Налаживаем личную жизнь птиц. Так, я схожу перекурю и продолжим. Привет, Наташа. Передает тебе стул. Если ты, конечно, еще не ушла. Ну да, ну стул, конечно, умнее меня в квестах, но тем не менее.
Who would visit the teller?
Я принесла вам... Господи. Даже в 2000-м была шутка про Oriflame, да? Меня зовут Эйприл.
I'm the Windbringer.
Я
The
ветровей.
windbringer? You are not the windbringer.
Чё это нет?
Are you?
How else would I have been able to get up here? I am the Windbringer.
If so,
Давим
you must
авторитетом
prove
на
that you are of
стражника.
the elation. There are 4 tales from the 4 corners of the world that you must know by heart. They are the tale of winds, the tale of stars, the tale of sea, and the tale of homecoming. I will ask you one question from each tale, and you must answer each
Уведомление от
correctly.
золотого яблока. Не
You
знаю.
cannot be the windbringer.
Мне скорее спамят на
Are you
почту,
ready?
типа, вы победили в каком-нибудь этом. Типа, для вас подарок от кого-нибудь.
No, give me some time to prepare.
Then return when you are ready, and I will test your knowledge of the 4 tales.
Так. Раз, два. Там, короче, есть 4 персонажа. Я уверен, они знают 4 сказки. Да, блять, быстрее.
Hi, Nima.
Показывал почту на
Hi,
подозрительных сайтах. Да я не знаю просто, какие сайты считаются подозрительными, учитывая, что эту почту постоянно сливают.
Do you know one of the 4 tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
I had to learn the tale of homecoming. It took a long time, but I think I got it now. I'm better with pottery than I am with the tales,
Ну и
unfortunately.
чё там
Do you
возвращение?
want to hear it?
Please.
Very well. This is the tale of homecoming, my tale, and I shall tell it in my own words as told to me by my teacher, in her words, and by her teacher in turn. Moran was a handsome young Elation man with strong wings and a hardy beak. He lived below the white cliffs, where the water was salty and the fish plentiful.
Блин,
Moran
любовь я
was
все равно
betrothed to
зеваю.
Anara, the loveliest girl there ever was. She was fair and slender and tall, and her eyes were the clearest shade of blue. But Moran was hesitant to enter into union with Anara, to become her husband and to give her children. He would always come up with a new excuse for why they had to wait a little while longer.
Ну
Now,
понятно,
Anara was
мужик был
skilled with
кобелем.
pottery, but even more so with stories. And the teller of the village had many times asked Anara to be her apprentice, to learn all the tales, so that someday she could take over as the teller. But Anara refused, knowing that if she did accept the teller's offer, she would never be able to marry Moran, because a teller cannot have a husband nor children of her own. Her refusal to become the teller's apprentice was unheard of, because who could
И
refuse such
мужик
an
ее,
honor?
видимо, предал.
But to Anara, love was more important. Her love for Moran was beyond honor, beyond reason. But despite Anara's love, Moran was still hesitant. And then one day he told Anara, I am traveling on a pilgrimage to the far shores. I will be gone for some time. And while I am traveling, and in accordance with our traditions, I will be freed from our betrothal. Not until I come back will the bond between us be renewed. It was not unusual for a young Elation man at that time to go on a pilgrimage, and the bond between the betrothed would often be cut while he was away, to be formed again upon his return. But Anara was heartbroken, because she had thought that Moran would soon want to marry her. When Moran saw her tears, he said to her, Do not weep. When I come back, I promise I will marry
И
you.
чё, он так и не
Just wait
вернулся?
for me, and stay with your pots, to make the time pass quickly. And then Moran left on his pilgrimage to the far shores. Many years went by, and Moran had exciting adventures on the far shores. But by and by, he began to long for home, and for Anara.
А она
And
уже
now he had
стала...
finally realized that he loved her, and
Ладно,
that he wanted
я
to
забегаю
marry her.
вперед.
But when he returned, he could not find Anara amongst the pot makers. He went to visit her family, and they told him that, after waiting for many years, Anara accepted the teller's offer of apprenticeship, and that when the teller left on the last wind during the previous winter, Anara herself became the new teller. Angry, Moran made his way to the teller's nest, and when he saw Anara, he said to her, You promised me you would wait. But Anara did not say a single word in answer. She just turned around and lifted something wrapped in leaves from the cot behind her and gave it to Moran. Moran unwrapped the package, and inside he found an old pot, cracked and broken in two. "What is this pot?" he asked. "And why did you not wait for me like I asked you to?" And finally Anara spoke, and she said to Moran, "I made this pot for you, my dear Moran, when you left, because I wanted it to be my marriage gift to you. But when many, many years passed, I finally realized that
Короче,
you did not
не
love me the
дождалась.
way I loved you, and to live hoping
Ну, вообще
otherwise
правильно
would be death.
поступила,
But I want to
на мой
marry you,"
взгляд.
cried Moran. "I came back." But Anara just nodded at the broken pot in Moran's hands and said, "Like an old pot that is left without care, a heart may break in two, and a broken heart can never be mended." And so Anara turned away, never to speak with Moran again. And Moran's heart, like the pot that was left untended, broke in two, because absence makes a heart brittle.
Какая
This
же
was the
мораль?
tale of homecoming, my tale, and I told it in my own
И,
words,
и-
as
и- и
told
в
to
чем
me
же
by my
мораль?
teacher, and as I
Женитесь
will
по
tell it to my
молодости.
student when the time comes.
Bye, Nima.
Goodbye, April.
Я не понял мораль этой истории. Ну, то есть я понял, но она какая-то слишком, не знаю, слащавая.
Hi, Saina.
Hi, April.
Do
Так,
you know one of the four tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
Yes, my mommy taught me the tale of the stars. It's a really pretty story. Do you want me to tell it?
Please, Saina, I would like that very much.
Okay. This is my tale, the tale of stars, and I tell it to you in my own words, as it was told to me by my teacher in her words. In the small village of Jinjay near the rumbling hills of Onion, there lived a girl called Mona. She was a curious girl, and she would always get in the way of grown elation. "Go play somewhere else," they would say to Mona, but she didn't want to play with the other children. She wanted to be where the grown-ups
я
were,
ладно, я буду
see what
проматывать
they
все
were
же.
doing, and
Все
learn from
истории.
them. But one day, after getting many complaints from the pottery makers and guardsmen and
Окей,
traders,
никогда не лезла
so
по-взрослому.
instead, she could go play with the other children, or sit still and draw, or work with clay. She decided to go exploring the
Пошла
forest
в
that lay
лес,
just
который был
outside the
запрещено.
village of Jinjay.
Очень умный
She
ребенок,
had
конечно
many
же.
times been forbidden. Of course, she wasn't planning on going far into the forest. But then her eye caught sight of a white fluff tail.
Так, погналась за
The fluff tail
птичкой.
ran away into the forest, and Mona followed. But then, after a good while, the fluff tail disappeared into a hole. She was exhausted after running after the fluff tail for so long.
Да,
And as she
заблудилась,
looked
пока гналась за
around,
птичкой.
and at the first time, her curiosity gotten the better of her, but this time it was serious. It was getting darker, and Mona was all alone in the deep, and began crying. Soon it got really dark, and somewhere, not far away, she fell asleep. She woke up when she heard a voice calling her from somewhere far above.
Окей.
Looking up at the starry sky,
Глюки,
Mona saw a vision.
глюки от голода у девочки
"If
начались,
I can
понятно.
let your curiosity lead you astray," said one. "But remember this," said the fifth spirit. "We will lead you back
Так.
to your village and to your mother only if you promise us one thing." "I promise," said Mona. "Whatever it is, I promise I will do it." "Very well," said the first spirit. "You will make the story of this night into your own tale, and you will call it the Tale of Stars. It will be a tale to warn the curious to be careful," continued
Что-то
the third spirit.
такое
"And
себе
not let the
условие.
curiosity
Типа
get the
слишком
better of you.
легкое.
And," said the second spirit, "to remind the elation that the spirits of their tellers watch out for them when they most need it." And Mona did tell her tale, the Tale of Stars, to everyone. This was my tale, the Tale of
That
Stars.
was a
Thank you.
Bye,
You're leaving
Saina.
again?
Saina.
Всё, окей. 2 из 4. Этот мужик наверняка что-то
Do you know
знает.
one of the four tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
Mine is the tale of sea, human.
Would you mind telling it
I
to me?
would be happy to do so.
Да-да-да.
This was a very, very long time ago, when the elation tales. Осталось was one of the strongest warriors there was. His claws were sharp and long, his beak pointy. Осталось was admired by everyone in his clan. So
Так,
one
самый
day,
клёвый
the teller of Осталось
плане.
city asked him to perform this particular jewel was very important because he grinned and told the teller that he would deliver the jewel, but she wanted to test him. and to teach him that so Acalus set out across the sea on his flight. Acalus dived towards the water to investigate. When he came, as a great warrior to his people, and to capture the fins. As he dived towards the Merim with his claws, a spear shot. Acalus was bleeding, and the Merim were grabbing onto his wings and his legs. The shame of losing, Acalus could not return to his village, because he had neglected his duty to himself and his people. Acalus, a year passed, and one day Acalus met with human traders from a ship that came close to his island. From the traders,
существо из моря Октаву.
Was said to have a third eye, like a jewel, and that this eye
на какую-то рыбу упал этот камень.
Acalus knew immediately that the Octowo's third nation were not used to water, and the thought of submerging himself to his own heart, then, it would be worth it. So Acalus fashioned himself, and then Acalus dived into the sea. Spotting Acalus, the Octowo attacked, and Acalus saw the monsters. He began fighting the 8-armed monster. Acalus realized that, and so Acalus tricked the Octowo into following him, swimming back down again. The Octowo was flailing. Acalus could deliver the sea terror, for in my arrogance, I thought I could do everything. Because now you see the limits of your own strength.
Окей, тут мораль
and
понимаю.
You know that a warrior was the tale.
Тут мораль понятна. Не будь заносчивым мудаком. Всегда знай, когда стоит остановиться. Окей.
So, Isam.
Так,
That's
надо
your
еще
name,
наладить
isn't it?
личную жизнь птиц.
Isam of Tamar.
A good-looking guy like you must get a lot of attention from the girls, right?
Are you asking me for courtship?
Me? No. Wings
I'm
don't do...
without a mate. The women of Tamar are cold and unfriendly, and whenever I try to talk to one of them, she ignores me.
Блин, все это нет.
Even Nima?
Перевели как.
Nima? No, she's too pretty for me. She
Отлично.
won't appreciate my
Оба
attention.
считают друг друга слишком
It's like
красивыми и
high
так
school.
далее.
Trust me, Isam. You go
You
talk
think
to...
so?
Do
Окей.
you know one of the four...
Mine is the
Very
tale of, then I
much.
shall tell it. In the village of Karan, in the mountains of tall winds, there lived a young Alatian woman named Iwana. Iwana had one desire above all others, to soar higher and farther than anyone else. And even though her wings were no broader, nor her body sleeker than anyone else's, than the other young Alatian in her village. And her name became... She was not happy because, in her vanity, even though she was a better fly, to be so much better than anyone else,
Окей, хотела
and she
остаться
would be
лучшим
remembered
летуном.
one day.
Как же ее
Iwana decided
наказала
to climb to
судьба.
the top of Mount Bakta'ana, the Tower of Light, and to soar from those giddy heights to the end. Her friends and her family pleaded with her not to, because every Iwana would not listen.
Да-да-да,
And on a
слишком
cold
высоко
and clear morning, she
взобралась.
climbed up and it brought tears to her eyes to know that now, finally, those who watched her from far below said that for a split moment, Iwana's thin air made her plummet towards the ground, and to fall to vanity always was the
Окей. Ну, короче, все кроме того, что раннее замужество это хорошо, несет в себе какую-то нормальную мораль. Так, теперь надо идти отвечать этому чуваку на вопросы.
Are you ready for the questions now?
Да,
Yes,
задавай.
ask me the questions.
In the
Одобряем
Tale of
замужество.
Winds, which mountain did Iwana fall from? In her vain attempt.
Не, замужество мы одобряем, но необдуманное замужество не одобряем. Скорее Эверест, Килиманджаро, ага.
Mount Bakta'ana, the Tower
Блин, я
of
мог
Light.
даже не спрашивать.
That is correct.
Хотя у меня не было тогда
In the Tale of Stars,
правильного ответа, скорее
What
всего.
did Mona see in the sky that helped her find her way home?
5 духов она увидела. Разживем.
The spirits of 5 tellers.
That is correct.
Не, ну это да,
In the Tale
живем
of
один
Sea,
раз. Хотя
What
буддисты бы с
creature
этим
did the lost
поспорили.
one battle in his quest to recover the sacred jewel?
The Octawo?
That is correct. My final question to you is this. In the tale of homecoming, what was given to Moran by his teller when he returned from his pilgrimage?
A
Разбитый
broken
горшок.
pot, to teach him that absence may break a heart in two.
You have correctly answered all my questions. and so have proven your knowledge of the four tales. You are the Windbringer. The teller would see you presently.
Отлично. Ты сказительница.
Come closer, human.
Но я и так близко.
Closer. I cannot see your face.
Она меня либо сожрет, либо она и правда меня не может увидеть.
There you are. You see, my eyes are not what they used to be. Ages ago, I could spot a ladybug crawling up a straw of grass from 15 tree lengths up. Now, I have a hard time seeing my supper. But my ears, balance be praised, my ears, they are as good as ever. I could hear you outside, learning the tales my children tell. You are a good listener and a fast learner.
They were interesting stories and your people told them well.
That is what we do. The elation are the keepers of the tales, and I am their teller, the one who must know all the tales told since the day we came to this world.
How can you do that? How can you remember every story ever told?
The secret is to tell them often and to tell them in your own words, not the words of your ancestors.
Doesn't that mean that the stories change with every generation?
Yes, as all tales must. Change is important. Otherwise the tales will have no meaning to us. They will just be words, and we do not care about
Мудрая
words.
мысль вообще.
We care about what the words tell us.
How long have your people been telling stories?
Since the beginning, human. Since we came to this world a long, long
Ну,
time ago.
как пришли, как
You're not
упали
from-
в этот мир.
From Arcadia?
Not according to our tales. We came on a great wind before the divide, when the earth was one and humans had yet to learn of magic and science. But we were a different people then, and the tales we tell from that time are vague and incomplete. Like myths and
Вообще,
legends.
самое ироничное, они
Younger
инопланетяне.
relation pay little attention to these tales.
И это даже не шутка, мы это уже
Sometimes
выяснили.
I worry they will be lost with me, these tales. And I am getting old, very old.
I'm the Windbringer.
I know you are. It's strange to me to hear those words spoken. I did not think they would be in my lifetime. But here you are, standing in front of me as real as the sky is blue.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but what is it that the Windbringer is supposed to do for you?
I did not expect you to walk in here and have all the answers, child. The balance has both
Почему
blessed you
child
and
каждый раз
cursed you,
переводит
and
по-разному?
it has sent you here to
Ягодка,
do what it
касатка,
wills.
господи.
The Windbringer is said to be the first sign of the great wind that will take us away from here. For a long time, the elation have lost the strength they used to have. Our bones have become weak, and our wings fragile. Where we used to be able to soar for days on strong winds, we are now using our legs to walk rather than fly. Why this is, we do not know.
10 yen.
You know of the reason for this?
I'm just guessing, but it makes sense. Go on.
The tales also say that the Windbringer will unite us with our past and end the age-old strife.
I know. You must make peace and be reunited with the Merim. You share a common ancestry.
I have always thought we did. The tales were too similar, the signs clear. But my people, they will have a difficult time understanding why and how this can be.
If you don't, both the elation and the Merim will die out. When war broke out between your people and you were forced to move up into the mountains, it compromised a precarious symbiosis. A substance called tanyan was abundant where the Merim and the elation lived in close proximity.
Только не совсем понял, что такое таньен.
And light to both your people.
Типа,
But now,
что
living up
это
in the
эфир
mountains,
какой-то.
your way of life, your diet, your customs and habits, they've all changed. And that's probably the cause of your brittle bones and fragile wings.
Then we must make peace with the Merim and restore the balance between us, so as to strengthen us both and prepare us for the journey that will surely
Интересно,
come
что это за
soon.
путешествие?
When
Они
our
свой
sitting is
космический
over,
корабль
I will speak
смогут
to my
починить.
people, and I will elect one representative from the elation to meet with the Merim in a place of your choosing to open a dialogue.
I came to you to find answers to some important questions.
Ask, and I will try my best to answer.
Have you heard of an ancient god or dragon that lives beneath the sea?
Once, long ago, when my people lived in harmony with the Merim, there were stories of an old god worshipped by the Merim who resided deep in the darkest depths of the ocean. According to legend, the old god had once brought the Merim into their realm, into the ocean, and he was now sleeping, resting before the journey back.
Или корабль сам себя чинит.
To a great ocean amongst the stars. When the time came, he would gather the Merim and bring them home with him, back to their world, to their ocean. Strangely enough, we have a similar tale. It is said that the great wind that brought us here will someday return to bring us back to a place where we can soar forever on warm winds.
Like heaven.
In a way, perhaps, but without the need for any of us to die. The great wind will just sweep us up and carry us away. Every evening before I go to sleep, I recite this tale to myself. It is a comforting one.
Так, что вы
What
вообще
do you
о
know about the
драконах
giant
знаете-то?
kin?
The kin are numbered 4, or so our tales tell. 2 in this world, 2 in the other. The mirror world. The white and the blue, the red and the green.
Do you know where they are?
No, the tales never say. The kin are elusive. They keep to themselves. I have never seen one myself, and I doubt any of my kind has. The tales do say that our past and our future are tied to the fate of the kin, but how I would not pretend to know. This is one tale that is yet to be told.
Do you know anything about the Guardian's realm?
This is human business. Would you
Ну,
not
блин.
know more than I?
В итоге
Your people are the keepers
бесполезно,
of the
да?
tales. You remember more than humankind has forgotten.
А я вот думаю,
I
нам
know
нужно
you
найти
would
4
remember.
части диска.
That is very little. The
2 я знаю
Guardian's
где,
realm is
3,
only the
видимо, у
Guardian
этих.
in
А
his
где
tower.
4?
No one is permitted within except the
Ведь если я
Guardian
правильно
who
помню,
was,
то
the Guardian who is, and the
мы из
Guardian who
Аркадии
will
скоро
be.
уйдем уже.
And of course the Dryad kin, who were instrumental in its making.
Have you ever heard of the existence of a hidden entrance to his realm?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have heard tell of such a thing, though I would not know where it is. I gather that one of the kin may be able to tell you.
Thank you. I don't have any more questions.
I
Окей.
am glad I could help you with some
Кто-то из
answers.
драконов сможет сказать,
I
где
guess it's
вход.
time for you to talk to your people and for me to make arrangements with the Merim.
Where do you wish for our meeting to take place, Windbringer?
You want me to decide? Well, I know. Send your ambassador down to the ancient caves by the beach. Inside, there are remnants of an old Elation settlement and a Merim city.
Ну,
It's a
кстати,
good
да,
place for
самое
your
оптимальное
two
место.
to meet, don't you think?
Эйприл умная.
Yes. And could you ask if they would bring their half of the stone?
The stone? You have the other half?
We have held on to it for centuries, knowing that someday it would be of use to the Windbringer.
It will, trust me.
Then we must make haste and arrangements. It is an important day, so let us not waste light. Go and wait
Нет,
for my
стоп.
ambassador in the cave.
Еще один где-то тогда нужен. Типа, у них, у каждого, как это называется, по половинке четвертинки диска. 1/4 у нас есть, вторую вот у них заберем. Где 3 и 4?
This place is so beautiful, and the scent of sea and rock and nest. This scent is of home. This was home a long, long time ago, according to the tales. We lived in peace with the wet-tail, with the Merim back then.
Now you'll be able to live in peace again. And with the Tanyan bringing fish to your doorstep, you'll be able to eat well and
Что
restore
такое этот
strength
ваш
of your
Таньен?
bones.
Вот это
Soon you
единственное,
might
чего
even
не
be able to
понимаю.
soar on the winds for days like you used to do.
Что это магическая энергия,
And I hope that
радиация.
the Merim will see the sense in it too. They are coming, are they not?
They said they would. Hush, I hear something.
We are here, Water Stiller, as was promised.
Good. Now, as representatives of your respective peoples, you, the Queen of Amiram City, and you, guard to the Elation Teller, must fulfill the prophecy and join the two parts of the one stone.
We hope that our peoples may be joined again, Elation, and that we may live in peace and prosper.
As do we, Merim, and we pledge to do all we can for this to happen. The stone is now whole, Windbringer, and the Elation and the Miram will once again be as one.
Блин, почему заявки так резко обрываются?
Thank you.
Видимо, бюджета было мало. Рисовали только важные кадры.
And we will take you to our sleeping god. May his wisdom guide you and lead you down the right path.
Сома какая-то началась. Жутковатенько. Океан вообще страшный. Песок. Окей, возьмем песок. Опа.
That's a weird rock. It just doesn't...
М.
It feels more like a shell than a rock. I don't think it's a rock. I think it's alive.
Так, кажется, нам надо в маленькое отверстие.
It's soft and spongy.
Нет?
It's a large shell. I wonder how deep it goes and what it contains. It's a large shell.
М. Куда мне?
It's soft and spongy. It's some kind of organic sensor.
Окей. Что делать-то? У нас есть камень. У нас есть камень.
It's a large shell. I wonder... It's a large shell. I wonder how...
Ой, можно поговорить с сенсором. Окей.
Hello? Is anybody in there? Spooky. Well, I guess it's an invitation of sorts.
Окей, меня пригласили войти в отверстие побольше. Хорошо. Ходим.
There's air in here. And it's dry. I swear I'm never taking a bath again.
Круглая выпуклость. Ее можно потрогать?
I know you.
Это глаз дракона? Да, это он.
Do not be afraid. I know what you are.
You do?
Yes. Yes. What would you hear? I do not like to be disturbed. I wish to be left alone. I wish to rest until the day of ascension.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but I need some answers.
Everyone needs answers. I cannot answer all your questions.
Ну, на все не можешь, но на некоторые можешь.
I don't expect you to answer all of them, but
Вот,
I was
спасибо, Эйприл,
looking
что
for an
в очередной раз озвучиваешь мои мысли.
spectrum.
Then ask and be gone.
Если персонаж озвучивает мои мысли, значит, это умный персонаж.
What am I?
What do you mean?
You said you know what I am. What am I?
You do not know. Then it is not I who should teach you about your heritage. You must make this discovery on your own.
Listen, I'm tired. I'm wet. I'm at the bottom of the sea and I'm breathing with the help of a polyp stuck in my esophagus. So just cut the Buddhist bullshit about a journey of self-discovery and answer my question. Please?
Your question has already been answered. That is all I will tell you. Your journey began with an answer.
Что за автостопом по галактике начался?
It is only
Сперва ответ, потом
now
вопрос.
that you know the question.
That's so not helpful, but thank you. I'm looking for a jewel called the Dragon's Eye.
Yes, I have one such jewel.
I guess that's it.
Take it.
Are you sure?
Take it. It is
Ага,
yours
вот где
now.
третья часть, видимо,
It is
диска.
part of your
Где тогда
destiny.
четвертая?
Okay. Tell me if it hurts. What is the day of ascension?
The day when the kin return home. When my siblings come to me. And we rise toward the stars.
То есть все драконы это пришельцы.
To our cradle. This is the day of ascension.
So you're going back to wherever it is you came from?
We will eventually, when everything is ready.
When what's ready?
I will not answer that question. It is not necessary for you to know.
I need to know where I can find the gateway to the Guardian's realm.
So you come to me.
They told me, well, they as in the few people who could tell me anything at all, they told me that if anyone would know, it'd be you.
I know. When the earth was
Ну
divided,
да, и где это место?
there was a doorway left open where the tower was built.
But it's moved, hasn't it? That spot. When Stark and Arcadia were created, that spot moved somewhere else.
Into the sky. Amongst the stars.
Окей.
But where?
I knew you were coming.
На вопрос мне отвечай, ублюдок.
Not been a quiet one. Down here,
Еще и толстый обозвал. Хожу не бесшумно.
I speak with the dark people. They are my messengers.
Dark People, твои посланники?
Prepared a map for you. With the
Мне казалось, что темные люди, темный народ завоевывает все остальное.
You knew I was coming and why? Then, okay, I know this is probably a futile question, but why didn't you send the Dark People to me earlier? You could have saved me a lot of time and hard work.
You are afraid of time and hard work.
No, but it's the principle of it, isn't it?
No, is not. You had prophecies to fulfill.
Ну, понятно, если бы он мне просто так сказал, я бы не объединила оба народа. Блин, так странно говорить о себе в женском роде. Я рассуждаю с точки зрения персонажа. Да и вообще у нас 2021 год. Как хочу о себе, так и говорю.
You said something about a map?
The dark people have it. They will meet you. I will bring you to them.
What? Now?
Yes. Hold on.
За что держаться? Господи. Какой огромный и странный немного дракон. Ой, здрасте.
Thanks for taking me on board.
Who are you?
Well, I thought you... I mean, didn't the old dragon... Well, I'm April Ryan, from Stark, and I guess you're a dark person.
But who are you?
I'm just a student, not anybody special.
You are special. Who are you?
I'm not. I'm just... I'm the Windbringer. I'm the Water Stiller. I'm April Bondu Mbata of the Banda and the Venar Kangang La. I'm a shifter. I will someday become the 13th Guardian, the protector of the balance. And I'm April Ryan.
Матерь драконов.
This is who I am.
И далее по списку.
Yes, that is who you are. And you are a wave.
Окей, добавим это к списку моих титулов. Главный мукомол Руси. Ой, тут игнорирует меня.
Why am I a wave?
You have a purpose. You play an important part in the cosmos. A wave is someone who propels people and events toward change, towards the future.
And that's what I do?
You are a wave. There are ripples from
Учитывая, что я примерно точно помню, чем заканчивается Dreamfall, и вообще не знаю, чем заканчивается Dreamfall Chapters, мне интересно, насколько они все это продумывали заранее и как это хорошо завернули. С учетом судьбы Эйприл в следующей игре. Да и в этой тоже.
The ancient dragon, the blue of the Drake kin, told me you had a map for me.
A map of stars, yes. It was made for you in our library.
Окей, отлично. Теперь у меня есть как попасть к стражу.
Keep it well. It is the only one.
I'm looking for an ancient stone given to you by the Sentinel, the Fathers.
You came for the stone. Of course we have it with us. Our ship would not have been chosen to meet you were it not for the stone we carry with us.
Everybody's just waiting around for me to show up, so that they can give me stuff. Who knew adventuring was going to be this easy?
It will not always be so easy. Of that I can assure you. But here is our stone. We entrust it to you.
Камень — это часть диска или нет? Я что-то запутался уже. Количество артефактов, которые мне нужны.
Can this ship take me back to Mercuria? I mean, would you mind?
We will bring you to Mercuria henceforth. It will take the night, but we will be there at first light.
Отлично.
That's fine. Thanks a lot.
You are free to rest here, to sleep, while we travel. The flames will keep you warm, but do not move too far away. My brothers are not friendly with outsiders. They do not take kindly to intrusion.
I'll keep that in mind.
Кстати,
I'm
слушай,
staying
мне
right
так
here.
нужна хоть какая-то полоска. Мне Twitch предложил, я сделал полоску. А сказать количество фолловеров это скучно. О, 9 глава, отлично. Ее мы точно пройдем сегодня, 10-ю посмотрим. Там 2 коротких главы, просто если я правильно помню. Там какие условия? Там 50 фолловеров, и чтобы одновременно был средний онлайн, ну точнее не одновременно, а чтобы средний онлайн был больше 3 человек. Ну, от 3 человек. Тогда да. Но там не партнерка, там компаньонка. Партнерка там еще более суровые условия. И, кстати, с партнеркой там еще прикол в том, что это... Ты должен эксклюзивно стримить на Twitch, если ты партнер.
But there are barely any ships here.
I do not know why. We must leave you here. We have other business. Carry your wave into the future, April.
Whatever that means, I'll try.
Спасибо. Так, если я правильно помню, то тут уже началась осада города.
Can't be a good sign. I mean, duh. The city looks strangely quiet and deserted. And the sky.
Ну
Those are
все,
not ordinary clouds. They look more like
город в осаде.
smoke. What's going on here?
Надо валить отсюда. Так, сейчас. Во-первых, вопрос. Что мне дали? Камень темного
It's the
народа.
piece of the stone disc I got from the dark people.
Чехоточный барак на Twitch. Ну да. Так, у меня есть...
It's the blue dragon's eye jewel.
Раз, два. Но у меня есть 3 камня. Зачем мне был нужен класс дракона? Я не помню.
It's obviously a map of constellations, and that cross must...
Ладно.
I know that sound.
Знакомый звук. Что там? Ой. Это же хаос. Надо убить хаос.
And I know that vortex.
Меня уже самого задолбала эта шутка.
A shift. Cortez must have found me, and just in the nick of time, too.
Ага.
God, that was close. What caused that shift to open just in time? It has to be
Господи, Эйприл, ты
Cortez.
еще не догадалась, что еще уже сама научилась открывать
Anybody
порталы?
there?
А Кортес, если я правильно помню, заставку в одной из прошлых глав Кортеза вообще повязали.
Who's there?
It's just me.
April, it's good to see you again.
Так, давайте
Father
поговорим.
Raoul, where is Cortez? I thought he'd be here.
I haven't seen Cortez for a week, and it worries me. He usually stops by once every few days.
When did you last see Cortez?
It must have been, I think it was last Sunday. Exactly 1 week
Прошлое
today.
воскресенье.
He's been gone longer than that before, but
Что, нас не было
this
целую
time I-
неделю?
What?
This time I have a feeling there's something wrong. I don't like
Раз,
that feeling.
два. Я насчитываю 3 или 4 дня. Странно, что неделю. Потому что мы же тогда, когда с Кортезом поговорили, после этого переместились в Аркадию. Там прошло дня 3-4. Че, я после кораблекрушения так долго был в
Is
отключке?
there anything you're not telling me, Father Raoul?
I don't know what you,
Yes, you do. You're no ordinary priest. You know about Stark and Arcadia, about the balance, and
Да,
I'm sure
давай
you know a
рассказывай
lot
мне.
more about Cortez than you're willing to let on.
How did you...
I heard you and Cortez talking last Sunday, and it scares me. And pisses me off to think that you're using me, that you're keeping things from me. I thought for sure that I could trust Cortez, but as it turns out, I can't. I was hoping to confront him with this, but he's not around, and you're part of it too, aren't you?
April, you have to trust me when I tell you.
Sorry, I can't trust anybody anymore. There's so much at stake, and I don't know who to trust, Father. Please.
Но учитывая, что эта игра
tell me what you
вышла
know.
раньше Постала
Sorry,
2,
April.
так что...
I mean, I'm sorry you don't
Но он
feel
мало
like you can trust
полигональный,
anyone
так что
anymore.
все
I'm sorry
логично.
that I don't know more than I do. But I will try to answer your questions honestly and openly as much as I can.
Давай, отвечай, кто такой Кортес?
Is
А почему у меня только
Cortez?
один вопрос?
What do you mean?
The way people react when I mention his name, the fact that he seems to have been alive for a very long time, and that he knows as
Блин,
much as he
Эйприл, ты
does.
сама еще не догадалась?
Is he?
It's funny, but I've been asking that very same question myself many, many times. Who is this man? He's old, yes, and powerful. He has strong magic, but he rarely lets on exactly how strong he is. He prefers to be considered eccentric, crazy even. They are both excellent disguises.
Да-да-да.
You still haven't answered my question about Cortez.
That's because I cannot answer. I just don't know. He found me when I first came here. You see, I'm not just a Catholic priest. I'm also a sentinel, a minstrel.
You're a minstrel?
Yes, do you find that strange?
Да, вообще нет.
How can you belong to two religions at the same time?
Ну вот только этот момент,
Belief in
ладно.
the balance and belief in God are not mutually exclusive. The Sentinel Order was founded on the basis of protecting the balance, not to worship a
Ну
higher
тогда,
power.
получается, Бог придумал
As long
баланс,
as our
и...
devotion to whatever God we believe in doesn't conflict with our duty
Короче,
to the
ладно. Я
balance,
слишком трезвый
vice
для
versa.
подобных философских
Who's to
мыслей.
say we can't work in the best interest of both?
I guess. I just always thought of the
Бог через
Sentinel as
баланс.
its own fate.
Не, погоди, если Бог
It is a
всемогущий, то
faith,
значит Бог создал
but a
баланс.
faith in something less than God, yet more than magic or the laws of
Это как
nature.
из-за разряда. Может ли
The
Бог
balance
создать
was
камень,
created by
который не может
someone, was
поднять?
it not?
I don't know.
Nor do I. But I believe. I have faith. That's enough.
What did you mean when you said Cortez found you?
One day, he came to visit me here. He knew who I was, that I was a minstrel, and that I was devoted to restoring the balance as well as
Как
to
ты
my God.
стал хранителем баланса до встречи с Кортезом?
He was very worried
А,
about
ну,
the imminent
по идее,
collapse
тут
of
же
the
это
balance.
поколение имеет
He had
все,
told
так
me
что
that he was
логично.
waiting for someone special, someone who might be able to help us.
Me?
Yes. He waited for a long time for you to show up, and when you did, it was hard for him trying to convince you that he wasn't crazy. I guess his disguise was too good.
Ну да,
I
он
don't know
слишком
much
хорошо
more than that.
притворялся.
Cortez tells me very little, only that you're the key to the survival of the balance. I can only assume that you're the new guardian?
That's what I've been told. Not by Cortez, of course.
No. I understand your frustration, but I cannot help you any more than I have. If there's anything, anything at all,
Thanks, Father. But you've done enough.
it feels like I've done nothing. But God be with you, and the balance too.
Как вы
How did you
стали
become a Sentinel
часовым?
Minstrel?
The Sentinel are not numerous and stark. Not yet. Not with the vanguard, the Church of Voltec, keeping a watchful eye and striking down anyone who dares to proclaim their faith in the balance. But the Sentinel are here, and when they find someone who they believe will be sympathetic to their cause, they approach them. That's what happened to me.
They asked you to join?
No, they told me the truth. I was studying theology at the time, and I found scriptures that challenged conventional wisdoms, made me question the validity of my faith. But once I learned the truth about the balance and the guardian and the ongoing war with the vanguard,
Не
it became
приближающийся,
easier to believe in God
идущий,
again, because
ongoing.
now things made sense.
Не onward,
And
а
so,
ongoing.
in the end, I
Переводчики.
chose to become not only a priest,
Кто
but a
переводил это?
minstrel. And I don't regret my
Snowball.
decision.
Кстати, да, у меня тут официальный лицензионный диск этой игры. Такой. Сейчас. Такой вот красивенький. Правда, играю я не через него, потому что у меня нет дисковода. Так вот.
Have you ever been to Arcadia?
No, I'm not a shifter. I'm stuck here, unfortunately. I don't mind. I've been fortunate enough to read most of the scriptures of the balance, and that in itself is a rare privilege for a Starker like me.
I don't have any more questions right now.
If you do, please ask. I want to help, and that's the truth.
Что
How are things
новенького?
here?
Отлично после
You
таких
mean in the
вопросов.
cathedral?
No, I mean here in Newport. How have things been going?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Why? Have you been away?
Да,
You
в
can say
Аркадии.
that. Yeah.
It's just been hot and humid and is getting worse by the day. And apparently crime is on the rise. But what else is new?
Can
Но
I
мне
ask you
больше
some more
нечего вроде
questions?
спрашивать.
Always, April.
I don't have any
If
more
you
questions.
do, please.
I have
Окей.
to run, Father.
I hope to see you again soon, April. Please take care of yourself. And if you see Cortez, tell him to see me. Tell him that I've been worried.
Мгм. Ладно, если встречу Кортеза, передам. Но если я правильно помню игру, Кортеза встречу всего еще один раз. И там будет не до передачи информации. Так, и куда мне? Куда в такой ситуации логично ехать? Я думаю, домой. Блин, все еще странно. Блин, это скорее проблема с гоговской версией, что нету каких-то звуков. Так, Восточная Венеция, Нюпорские доки, улица Надежда. Вообще, по идее,
I
если
really
мне...
should go home and change into something that doesn't make me look like a medieval restorationist.
Бездомный все спит тут. Целую неделю тут спит, видимо. Так, что случилось?
What's going on here?
April, run! Get out of here!
Why? What's
Run,
the...
April, now!
I wouldn't listen to her if I were you. Move over there.
Что? Чё? Кто?
I said move.
Emma, who's this man? Tell me what's going on. Who are
Видимо,
you?
видимо,
What do you
авангард нас
want?
нашел.
He's just following orders, Miss Ryan. He's just a servant. My servant.
Кто там?
I was hoping you would join our little party. You're a very difficult person to find, Miss Ryan. A very difficult person to find.
What are you doing to my friends?
If you cooperate, nothing. Nothing permanent, at any rate. But if you make this any harder than it has to be, I will have your friends shot. All of them.
Я пытаюсь понять по низкополигональной модельке,
What do
кто
you
это именно.
Do I know you? I know you.
Там
I've
просто
seen your face
есть
somewhere.
двое злодеев, и
My
я пытаюсь
name
понять.
is Holloway. Gordon Holloway.
Окей.
I work for Jacob McAllen, who I am certain
Это
you have
Гордон,
heard
все
of.
же окей.
He runs the Church of Voltec, also known as the Vanguard. He has been insisting on meeting you, Miss Ryan. Of course, we were not sure who you were at first, but we knew we would find you in Venice.
С 12
You
минут
did
не...
give us a run for our
Тут,
money,
конечно,
Mr.
есть магия,
Your shift a week
и,
ago
возможно,
today
есть
meant a
перемещение
lot
во
to
времени,
me,
хотя вот тут
but then you decided to stay
сейчас будет просто
downtown for
сцена,
a while.
которая странная.
Smart.
Ну, не то, что странная, но, скажем так,
Was rather
задает много вопросов, дает пока что мало ответов. У меня есть предположение по поводу этой сцены, но сейчас дойдем, я объясню. Но фишка с перемещением во времени тут явно не сработает. Что вам
What do you
нужно-то?
want from me?
We want you and what you carry with you. We have our connections in our cave.
Значит, маг работал на вас. Ну и хорошо, что мы его
Good job on our friend
прибили.
Alex, by the way. Good job. Very impressive.
Надо было
Of course,
его
not to mention
выкинуть
the fine work you did on that
в окно.
crippled creature. She was not very cooperative. She just refused to listen to reason. But she was a twisted old girl, and we respected that. Unfortunately, we lost track of you once you set out to sea. The Tyran are not very comfortable with water, and so there was no chance of sending anyone after you. However, with your good fortune and, shall we say, good breeding, I am certain you brought some valuable items back with you. I would expect no less from a bright and industrious girl such as yourself. So, give me what you have and let us be done with this nasty business. I will let your friends go, and then you and I will go on a little trip.
All right. Release my friends and you will get what I have.
You are a very intelligent woman.
Я смогу у тебя все равно это все потом отнять в случае чего.
We need to teach you and your friends a lesson. Shoot that one.
Это вообще-то была моя лучшая подруга. Ты ублюдок.
What the hell is going on?
Бежим нахуй. Зак, беги нахуй. Ты, конечно, мудила, но беги.
Where are you going, April? Don't you know the game's up?
What game, Zach? They're trying to kill me. They just shot Emma.
Who did?
The agents, the Vanguard.
But they said they weren't really gonna hurt nobody. They were just gonna...
Said? What do you mean? You spoke with them?
No, I mean, they were just gonna arrest you and...
bastard! You sold me out? You killed Emma? Do you know that?
Ага.
You killed my best friend!
Вот кто всех сдал.
I didn't...
Ну и мудила ты. Я надеюсь, тебя пристрелят за это. Все, отлично. Тебя пристрелили за это.
Zach, are you... Shit!
Бежим нахуй.
Open up.
Да ни в жизни не открою.
If you don't open, we'll break down the door.
Да какого... Открытое окно. Прыгаем в открытое окно.
Oh god, this is not gonna be fun, but I don't have a choice. Close your eyes, April! Oh shit! Ah!
Окей, мы смылись. Смылись. Блин, я забыл, что нашу подругу убьют. Грустно как-то. Хотя, учитывая, чем кончится игра, не то чтобы у нас был шанс повидаться с этой подругой. Мы же типа хранитель. Хранитель баланса. Вот это вот все. Так, нам туда не выйти, потому что там стоит злой мужик. Но у нас осталась зелень невидимости. Бежим, 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 бежим.
Who's there? I know somebody's there. I can hear you.
Да нет тут никого. Почему у меня руки видно?
Nah, probably just a sewer rat.
Sewer rat?
Да не, это не крыса, это. Это ветер.
I got my body back. That was a close call, though. If I'd been caught, don't want to think about what would have happened.
Так, куда бежать? Бежим, наверное, на метро. Так. Бежим отсюда. Ясно, не бежим отсюда. Нас там караулят, и вряд ли зелье невидимости кончилось. Отлично. Куда дальше? Какие еще есть варианты Ковальски? В парк. Если побежать в академию, что там? Блин, хотя как будто меня на месте учебы не будут ждать. Че я? Я же не тупой. А куда тогда? В кафе. Я там работаю, там меня тоже будут ждать. Ладно. На самом деле я прикалываюсь, и в кафе нам и надо. Потому что сейчас я помню, куда нам надо. Кафе закрыто. О нет, за нами стражник. Что же делать? И еще один.
What's that? The mystery door. It's open.
Да, нам в таинственную дверь. А они не смогут туда попасть. Вообще, кстати, вся игра происходящая рассказывается вот этой старушкой.
I'm not in Venice anymore. Now I know how Alice and Dorothy felt.
Еще у меня ощущение, что эта старушка — это Эйприл. На тему путешествия во времени. Подтвердить я этого не могу.
April Ryan.
Пока что, по
I
крайней
won't
мере.
ask how you know my name. But who are you?
The Lady Elvane is my name now.
And where am I? What's this place?
This is my home. The house of all worlds.
This is Arcadia? It looked like I passed through a shift, but it didn't feel... It felt different. Not like shifting.
It's similar to shifting.
Ну, просто скажем так,
You did not pass through dreams.
как бы есть одно за, есть одно против.
This place is
Это оба спойлеры будут, но если судить по концовке этой игры, это одно за. Но если, сука, судить по концовке следующей части, это громадное против.
You brought yourself here. But yes,
Я не буду спойлерить,
I
но
opened
вот...
a doorway for you.
Насколько я знаю, в третьей части это все, кто это такая, проясняется.
You
Но
escaped.
третью часть я не проходил.
You outrun your pursuers, and your journey continues. It's been written, and we cannot change that now.
Мгм.
Lady Elvane, I appreciate your help, but I'm so tired of hearing about my destiny and about prophecies. I've lost a good friend today,
She's
and...
not dead.
What? What did you say?
Emma's not dead,
О, ее
She
ранили
was
всего,
hurt.
отлично.
but not killed.
Oh, thank God. Are you sure?
I'm quite certain. She is on her way to the hospital as we speak. But the others, Charlie, Fiona, they're angry at you. They blame you for Emma's pain and for not letting them in on the truth.
They should blame me. I brought it all to them. The violence, the chaos. I've hurt so many people since this all started. And yet, at the time, it all seemed justified.
It was. The fate of the many depend on the sacrifice of the few. Your sacrifice most of all. You've made so many, and you'll have to make many more before this is all over.
Will it ever be over?
Eventually. The pain won't go away, though. You'll keep that with you forever.
I don't know if I can go on. It's so hard.
Listen to me, April. You must go on. You must be brave. They all depend on
Хотя
you.
вот с точки
And
зрения...
you can do it. You can get through this. Just remember
Блин, я не хочу спойлерить финал этой игры. С точки зрения рассуждения, что она говорит сама с собой.
Let them help you.
I already did that, and look where it got them.
So, somebody gets hurt. That doesn't mean you can give up. I want you to go to Mercuria, to see for yourself how those who are not willing to surrender are holding up. You can learn from their courage.
I can't go there. I can't shift. People tell me I have this talent, but it's not true. If I can't use it, what good
Я
is
думаю,
it?
да, следующую еще
But you
короткую
have
главу
used it
пройдем.
twice already.
Сегодня.
April, child, you must learn to believe in yourself and your abilities. Use what you know, what you do best, to focus your magic.
What I do best? You mean painting?
If that's what you do best, then yes, use that as a focal point. After a while, you won't even need that. But it's a beginning.
What about the other things I have to do? What about the Guardian?
The Vanguard are holding Adrian, the Guardian, captive. But they still don't know where the entrance to the Guardian's realm is located.
Shouldn't I free Adrian immediately?
Go first to Mercuria. The doorway will bring you there. If you go straight back to Stark, the Vanguard will find you.
Thanks, Lady Elvane. I'm not going to ask you how you know everything you just told me, because I'm not sure I want to know.
Good luck on your journey ahead, April. I will keep my fingers crossed for you.
Maybe I'll see you again.
Oh, I'm quite certain of that. Quite certain.
Слишком много за то, что это April. Поэтому мне интересно, как они это вывернули в третьей части. Ну да ладно. Пока у нас еще одна игра и четверть впереди. Так, что у нас тут есть?
It's deserted, and from the looks of the place...
Окей, в трактире пусто. Куда тогда? Рынок, бунгало Вестхауса. Вестхаус на месте, отлично. Городской парк, анклав. Пойдемте к этому чудику, который живет в прошлом и будущем. И вообще во все моменты времени.
Enter, honored guest, and I would have been with you presently.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Obnoxus.
Should I not have been okay, April Ryan?
I wasn't sure. Everybody else has left town.
Yes, most everyone did. A war is coming.
Shouldn't you be leaving too, then?
I am, after I see you again.
You shouldn't be putting yourself in danger for my sake,
Он,
Obnoxus.
Эйбрил, он живет в будущем, он знает, что с ним ничего не случится. Ну,
I did,
короче.
yeah. Just missing one now.
Короче, не стоило на его счет Ага. То есть у тебя все это время был четвертый камень. Блюдок. Что ты мне его раньше-то не отдал?
You had this the whole time? Why didn't you tell me
Спасибо,
before?
Эйприл, что опять озвучила мои мысли. Ну ладно, справедливо.
4 stones to make one. Now my task is done, and the veil is upon me. There is only the present and the past now. Only those two, not the future. The veil is upon us all, April Ryan. I must leave for my people, to be with them in this time of darkness.
Thank you for your help, Obnoxus. I will miss you.
And I you, April Ryan. May the balance bless you. May the balance bless and protect us all.
Ладно, теперь у нас есть 4 куска камня. Что нам с ним делать-то нормально? По идее, можно сходить поговорить со всеми. Типа у нас есть Вестхаус, у нас есть священник в городе. Начнем с Вестхауса.
No, I can't hold down strong liquor.
Да я не
I
говорю,
figured
что
you'd
пить.
still be here, Brian.
April Bloody Ryan. Well, what do you know? It's good to see you, girl. Now get the hell out of Marcuria before the shit hits the fan.
Бухает во время войны.
You're not leaving, are you, Mr. Westhouse?
I guess I'm not. I always was an idiot.
You're not an idiot, Mr. Westhouse. Brian, you're just fighting for something you believe in, something you care about.
I don't care a whittle about this bloody town.
Вот домик, который ты сделал.
I think you care a lot.
Вот на домик-то тебе точно не плевать. Ты же не захотел в Старк возвращаться. Вот да.
I built this house with my own 2 hands, you know. First thing I ever did that I was proud of. Real proud of. I ain't about to leave it to those damn tyrant trolls waltzing in here under the pretense of defending their borders. It's the Vanguard holding their leash, be sure of that.
What are you gonna do when they get here?
I got an old gun locked up in the pantry. Enough bullets to take down at least 2 dozen of those goblins. I'm going down fighting, that's for sure.
You'll be fine, I'm sure of that. Just leave the bottle be until the victory party, okay?
Don't worry about that, girl. That's my last batch of real whiskey. All I got left now is bloody
Блин, даже
margarita
грустно
wine.
немного. Потому что у меня ощущение, что он не переживет.
I believe you. Just take care of yourself, Brian.
Хотя я его не
Take
помню во
real
второй
good
части.
care.
And you, Miss
Вот
Rhoda.
убитого мага я помню.
I'll be keeping my fingers
А
crossed
больше
for you.
никого из... И еще одного
And
помню
if you
персонажа
ever
из
come
первой
back
части.
this way,
I promise to visit you, of course. Goodbye, Brian.
Так, пойдемте поболтаем с священником. Тут, я так понимаю, никого нету. Это интересно, звука. Даже вроде в GOG-версии звук был, так что... Нет, видимо, все просто сбежали.
The doors are locked and bolted. I guess the Sentinel have decided to skip town with the rest of the population.
Окей. Лобеса нету. Что у нас тут? Сан-Клав остается. Где там библиотека?
So you're still here?
Eh? Oh, it's just you. If you have come to use the library, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. We're all very busy today. Very busy indeed.
Don't worry, I didn't come by to do any reading today.
Good. With the tyrant army approaching, we don't have much time.
Is Vestrum Tobias around?
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
You do not know? I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Tobias, he's dead. Murdered.
No, by whom?
We don't know, but we suspect Vanguard agents, of course. In the chaos of the evacuation, the soldiers had their hands full making sure no one was trampled.
Нас лишают союзников.
Apprehended.
Это плохо.
When we visited the temple after everyone had left, there were so many books and valuable artifacts we wanted to bring here for safekeeping. We found Tobias by the murals he loved so dearly. He'd been stabbed in the heart. And from the looks of it, he didn't resist
Он
much at
хорошо
all.
знал убийцу.
He probably even knew his assailant.
Why Tobias? He was the kindest, gentlest man I've ever known. Always helpful, always ready to listen.
Ну, блин, учитывая, что его храм стоит посреди голоса, то кто угодно. Может, это ты его убил?
And we will never see another like him. But unfortunately, there were many who disagreed with his views, and the Vanguard, well, they would be happy to see the end of him for good.
Another reason for doing everything we can to stop them.
Что ты не
Shouldn't you
уходишь?
be leaving the city?
Leaving? No, I'm staying here with my fellow minstrel,
Okay,
but we
ладно.
will.
With what?
We may look harmless, but don't judge a book by its cover. There are many of
Магией
us who are
владеете,
swinging
окей.
swords and bows, and a few...
What's the rusty wheel downstairs for?
A wheel? Oh, yes,
luck.
looking to you.
Так. Что делать-то? Пусти меня на выход.
The dragon's mouth is pointing straight down at the middle of the floor. It's a circular hollow about 20 centimeters across and about 5 centimeters deep.
Нет. Никуда не надо.
It's a circular hollow. The dragon's mouth is pointing straight.
Просто ощущение, что надо это все разложить. Типа очень похоже на то. О. Да. Блин, главное, чтобы в Dreamfall не полетели звуковые файлы. Там потому что охранительная музыка. Вот мы все разложили. Что теперь? Теперь что-то еще надо ведь. Наверняка. Что-то как будто открылось.
I think something's gone wrong. It looks like something's blocking the dragon's mouth from opening up completely. It looks like something's blocking the dragon's mouth.
Кстати, да. Где наш друг?
Don't tell me. You need help with something you can't get to.
Nice to see you too. Why so cynical?
Because it seems like the only times you call me is when you need me to do something. It's never to say, "Hello, Crow, what have you been up to?" Or, "Hey, just wanted to let you know how much I love you."
Sorry. There's just so much on my mind I forget to treat my friends right.
Friend? I'm your friend. Whatever you need me to do, babe, I'm there.
Как легко. Whenever you need me to do. Там надо
Something's preventing that
почистить.
stone dragon's mouth from opening completely. Could you check it out?
That's it?
Держи вилку и
Easy.
почисти дракона.
Yeah, I see what's wrong here. When was the last time they cleaned this thing? There's there's pigeon crap all over it. Some of it's so old it's almost petrified.
Great! Peck it off.
Peck it? No, that's disgusting. Nobody told me I was gonna be pecking pigeon crap when I joined up for this adventure.
Crow? Peck it off!
Yikes!
Дала бы ему хоть вилку, чтобы он чистил. Ладно. И клювом справился отлично.
I'm on fire!
У нас диск утонул. Мужик, может ты поднимешь за меня диск? Это... Я очень хорошо помогаю другим людьми и воронами.
Yes?
Do you know why the drainage wheel is stuck?
Ну да.
Goodness, it is. Why, yes, of course it is. We keep the sluices locked so that the pool is not drained by accident.
Привет,
Can you
Рюш.
unlock it for me?
Certainly. But why?
Ну,
Because I need to drain the pool.
мне как бы диск надо забрать вон тот вот.
Very well, I will unlock the sluices.
Спасибо. Ну, женщина, работай. Отлично, у нас есть диск для входа, у нас есть звездная карта, чтобы... Зачем нам класс дракона был нужен, я уже
It's
не
the
помню.
complete and assembled stone disc, forged by the fire of a dragon and chilled in the cool waters of the Sentinel Enclave.
Я не помню, зачем нам нужен был. По-моему, 4 камня дракона как раз-таки нужно с диском свинтить. И тогда откроется проход к владениям стражи. Ну ладно. Куда теперь-то идти? Если я правильно помню, сейчас уже глава закончится. Опа.
Oh my god, it's an army heading this way, and they've got the road blocked. Where's a shift when you need one? I'm in real trouble here. Come on, shift, shift. I did it last time I was scared out of my mind, and I don't feel any safer now. It's not working. I'm just gonna have to hide out in the... Oh!
Логово дракона.
Saved by the bell.
О,
Again.
мастерская.
I'm like the Incredible Hulk, except my powers only work when I'm scared silly. That's the second time I've opened a shift by instinct alone when I've been in mortal danger. The frustrating thing is, I still don't know how to do it when I'm not scared. Wait, didn't the old lady say I should use what I do best to focus my talents? Is running away really what I do best? Come to think of it, why did the shift dump me here? I wasn't even thinking about the studio.
Так, ладно. Учитывая, сколько осталось глав, а их осталось 3, сегодня мы на этом закончим, потому что если начать проходить одну главу, то придется идти до конца, а завтра еще на работу. Вот. Поэтому не знаю, когда продолжим. Точно не завтра. Вряд ли в субботу. Может, в воскресенье. Может, а может и нет. Посмотрим. Ну да, остался один стрим до конца этой игры. Потом есть 3 варианта. Либо сразу начать вторую часть, либо начать параллельно проходить Silent Hill, либо тех же психонавтов, например, пройти. Типа психонавты Dreamfall, психонавты 2, Dreamfall Chapters. Вот, я пока вот не знаю, Silent Hill или психонавтов. Я что-то про психонавтов вспомнил, и вторая часть вышла, тоже охота поиграть. Типа явно я за тот вариант, чтобы пару, скажем так, разнообразить Dreamfall чем-то. Можно Silent Hill, можно психонавтами. Можно начать, скажем так, первый Silent Hill, второй Silent Hill. Когда закончится Dreamfall, у которых 3 части всего, то перейти к как раз-таки психонавтам между Silent Hill'ами. Короче, посмотрим. Я подумаю. Ладно, что ж, всем доброй ночи. Спасибо, что пришли. Был рад со всеми пообщаться. Был рад всех видеть. Всем пока-пока. Так, где тут... Господи, я потерялся в этих... Где мышка? Я потерялся. О, все, нашелся.